right, welcome back to VBuzz with me, Ruben, of course, and also Daryl right here. And remember I mentioned about being driven and how, you know, we need to be better employees and basically Malaysia needs a better workforce in that sense. We're talking about human capital, which is asserted to be a crucial element of success in business today. And developing human capital actually requires creating and cultivating environments that will improve and increase the level of knowledge, skills, abilities and values. Now, K-Pintar is a leading human capital development solutions provider that has been developing programs tailored to specific needs of their clients for over a decade now. And we sit down with their CEO, Ra.Thiagaraja, to find out more. Hi, Thiagaraja. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Ruben. Hi, Daryl.
Hi, Mr. Thiaga. Pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
Can we open by starting by saying, can you help us distinguish the difference between human capital formation and human capital development?
Human capital formation is a long process.
Okay.
It's a process of acquiring knowledge or providing knowledge, skills and expertise to the workforce or human in the country for the socio-economical as well as political development. It's an ongoing process.
Okay.
For the Malaysian context, the human capital formation should have started from the day we got an independence.
Okay.
Wow, that far back, huh?
Yeah. It's an ongoing, long process.
Okay.
At the core of the...
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
For the human capital development, is very much whereby also it's an ongoing process whereby creating environment and a culture that will enable employees to take up a knowledge, skills, competency, even right attitude and behavior and culture to contribute to the self-development as well as organizational growth.
Understand.
So human capital is very much business-driven.
Okay. So, you know, that's the thing, you know, Daryl, thanks for asking the question, because, you know, when I did some research on this, there were so many, leads online that mentioned about human capital formation, and you know, being one of the lame guys out there who doesn't know what it meant, I finally now do understand. But, you know, how important is it for the Malaysian workforce to kind of understand the need for upskilling in their work skills?
So let's look into the current issues.
Right.
Every folks complain about we're not getting enough pay.
Of course.
And we constantly hear a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of retrenchment taking place. We do hear a lot of issues, a lot of people talking about a lot of unemployed graduates. Recently, even Star Paper reported about 500,000 graduates unemployed.
Right.
Why does this taking place? Either there's a skill gap.
Okay.
There's a learned skill for fresh graduates. There's a required skill by the employers. There are skill gaps. That's one. Second, everyone talking about higher cost of living and they're demanding higher salary. For an employer's point of view, why should I pay you more if you're not contributing to higher productivity?
Very true.
So that will affect their bottom line. Right? So upskilling is very, very vital for the Malaysia now, because based on World Bank report in 2010, Malaysia only have 28% skilled workforce in the country.
Right. Can I say that upskilling leads to add value? Basically, am I adding value to the company?
Certainly. Adding value to yourself as well to the organization. When I'm equipped with the new skills or additional skills, I'll be able to perform my job better. That helps me to my career advancement. That helps me to a better productivity. This subsequently will have an impact on the company's productivity, company revenue, as well company profitability.
Okay, and you mentioned there's only 28% of our Malaysian workforce that's skilled
workforce.
Wow.
That's a staggering number, isn't it?
Staggering numbers.
We naturally would expect more, right?
Now, sorry, where do you see us in terms of, you said 28% Malaysia, but compared to other nations, where are we?
If we compare with our neighbour, Singapore, they have 51% skilled workforce. 51? 51.
Right. And this is based on population, right?
Population.
Sorry, what is your definition of a skilled workforce?
Okay, there's two definitions. In Malaysia, we are following World Bank definition, whereby you must have a minimum diploma.
Okay.
All right. So ILO, International Labour Organization, they have two definitions. They recognize academic qualification, which is a diploma, or you attain a specialized status or specialist status in a job function. So both is considered skilled workforce. But in Malaysian context, we are following a World Bank definition, whereby minimum diploma holders. Then you're considered as a skilled workforce.
So only 28% of us are that, and Singapore, you were saying, was 51%.
51%. You're talking about the UK, they were 42.3%, Australia 42.9%.
Okay.
Wow, Singapore is
Hong Kong
pretty
about
high up there.
36.5%.
Right. So we need to raise our numbers at the very least,
Yes.
you know, to increase another 20% or so.
Definitely.
To be there, you know, with other countries who are successful at it. But, you know, what are the characteristics of a high-income nation, and why is it so important?
So, typical characteristic of high-income nation is whereby the workforce have high levels of technical and professional competency and knowledge, as well as higher level of productivity.
Okay.
So why it is important? Once an individual or a workforce, it has high level of productivity and skills, that will lead to higher income.
Okay.
Okay, when the productivity goes up, income goes up for the organization, as well as the employee will be able to demand a higher salary.
All right.
Because he has raised the productivity. That helps organization to raise their top line as well as their bottom line.
Right. But here's my question, right? So if my job scope says that I'm an accountant, right, and I'm doing everything that I can within my job scope, how is it that I increase more productivity within my job scope?
Okay. Look at the current context. Most of the even financial jobs, even HR functions, has been automated.
Okay.
It's been taken over by softwares.
Okay.
ERP system. Right. What are human going to do?
Right.
It's by your analytical skills.
Okay.
Your creative thinking, analytical skills, the knowledge-driven skills is becoming very vital for existing accountants, existing HR practitioners.
Right. Understood. Now I get it. Wow.
Okay. Well, like you mentioned earlier, you know, today costs are going up, and you hear it all the time. Employees are asking for more pay. You know, semua naik, gaji tak naik. You hear this all the time, right? And with today's such high living costs, what are the solutions or opportunities made available in order for an employee to sort of upskill and reskill so they can get more money? Okay.
So before going into the options or solutions that's available, let's look into the current scenario. Assume I'm working in the manufacturing industry, right? There's two things can happen. Either I may have an opportunity, I may decide to stay on in the same industry to do a same job or different job.
Okay.
So what's happening now, even in the manufacturing industry, the technology advancement taking place.
Okay.
A lot of past jobs no longer available.
Yes.
Most of it automated. So for me to stay relevant, to be still marketable in the manufacturing industry, I need to look at what are the skill set needed for me. What are skill set needed for me to do my job better for present as well for the future. Right? And then I need to look into what are the qualification or certification will help me to do job my better. What are the qualifications is recognized by my employer. End of the day, employer is a paymaster.
Right.
They need to recognize your qualification.
Right.
Right. Then they need to look into skill set and qualification, need to upgrade for them to remain in the same industry. The second option is they may decide to change the industry. Assume I used to work in the manufacturing industry.
Right.
I'm going to go through retrenchment. So I may look into opportunity to work in the oil and gas sector, even railway industry.
Okay.
That require me to revisit my current skill set. What are skill set I have now? Where can I apply this skill set in the future jobs? One. Second, what are the new skills I need to acquire for me to be marketable or employable in a new industry?
True.
Then I need to look into what are the qualification and certification recognized by my future employer.
Right.
So that's the first question they need to ask and answer first.
Okay.
Once they know, then they go into so many options are available.
Okay.
Someone with, sorry.
So based on that, is it better to be like a jack of all trades then? Or sort of just focus all your efforts on one and be a king?
Okay. In a knowledge-driven economy, specializations are highly vital.
Okay.
You need to be specialized in a specific job function.
Okay.
That's why you require highly skillful workforce, highly knowledgeable workforce. And how do you prove that you are knowledgeable and skillful? Have you gone through a proper learning process? Who award the qualification? Is those qualifications recognized by the employers, recognized by the industry? That's very vital.
Right.
Okay. And then what are the more solutions available? For those who have been working in the industry more than 10 years, there's one option we call it recognition of prior learning. So they have a vast industry experience. I mean, they know how to do the job, but they may not have a academic qualification or paper qualification to help them for the career advancement.
Right.
They can go through recognition of prior learning. Second, they can go into TVET certification courses.
Okay.
So even TVET, they should focus into more industry-driven TVET qualifications.
Right.
Third, they can look into globally recognized industry certification, whereby these certifications are provided by industry players, whereby these qualifications are recognized worldwide.
You mentioned TVET, right? What does that stand for?
Okay, technical, vocational, education and training. And there's a perception whereby when you talk about TVET, they're only looking into technical, mechanical, engineering.
Yeah.
Not really.
Right.
For example, if I'm a salesperson,
Okay.
what are the technical skills required for me? Probing skill,
Yeah.
closing skill, negotiation skills,
Yeah.
presentation skill.
Yes.
That is a technical skill required for me to
Right.
be a competent salesperson.
Exactly.
So that's what we call technical.
Yeah.
So TVET also we need to focus into industry-driven TVET.
Understood.
It's not an academic-driven TVET.
Okay,
Right.
get it.
The fourth option they can look into for the 72% of the unskilled workforce, they can go into executive diploma or degree program, which are offered by a lot of local university. They can attend the classes during the weekend.
Right. So, you know, when we talk about all this, right, how does, you know, lifelong learning impact everyone concerned, and why is it so important that, you know, at whatever age we may be, you know, at whatever point we are at our jobs and, you know, our workplace, why is it so important that, you know, lifelong learning is continued in that sense?
So, talk about lifelong learning. Let's look into our life. Let's look at day-to-day life. Everything is changing constantly. Job that's available in the past, no longer available. Product and services which has existed for more than a decade or 2 decades, even 3 decades, no longer available.
Yeah.
And technological changes are constantly taking place. And they call it disruptive technology.
Right.
So a lot of new innovation is causing a disruption to old technology,
Yeah.
old way of doing businesses.
Yeah.
Even looking into distribution channels, retail market, hypermarket,
Exactly.
right, is no longer relevant. Everyone going on online.
Exactly.
So everything around us constantly changing. So there are a lot of new future jobs going to come up. So what do we need to do? So we can't be living in a situation whereby I create permanent structure in impermanent world. Everything around me constantly changing, but I refuse to change inside.
Right.
Then we'll be another dinosaur.
Okay.
We'll be left behind.
So would you say paper qualifications are more important than, you know, working experience, or you need a little bit of both?
You need both.
Okay.
And for the continuous learning, lifelong learning, it's not necessarily has to be academic qualification. It can be on-job training,
Right.
acquiring certification courses, short courses. This is very vital for them to acquire new knowledge and skill, for them to be continuously relevant in the current job and future jobs.
I guess it sort of goes hand in hand.
Hand in hand,
right?
yes.
It's the only way to move
It's
forward.
like for someone who want to embrace lifelong learning, they need to practice 3, in my opinion. You need to learn, you need to unlearn what you have learned,
Right.
and you need to relearn.
Right.
There's a saying, you need to empty your can, then only you can refill.
True.
So that's where the lifelong learning became very, very vital.
Yeah.
True. Now, human capital development. Now, this become a sort of a buzzword with companies these days. You know, everyone's talking about it. What do you think of the current talent levels in Malaysia, and sort of what advice do you have for CEOs wanting to hire good talent today?
Look at the current talent in Malaysia now. We can categorize it into 3 categories. One is baby boomers.
Okay.
Baby boomers.
Baby boomers. Second is the senior generation.
Yeah.
Then Gen X and Gen Y, the new millennials.
Right.
Right. Looking at the current statistic, we look at everyone, baby boomers, Gen X and millennials, we only have 28% skilled workforce.
Yeah.
True.
Right? So with this situation, right, we need to focus, the CEOs need to focus into 2 approach. One, hiring a good talent is important.
Yeah.
At the same time, in my opinion, they need to focus into existing talent
Exactly.
who have been contributed to the company or growth.
Yeah. And what aspects should they be focusing on, like things like health, on-job training?
They can focus into on-job training, well-being, health benefits. It can be mental health, physical health, continuous development of their existing employees.
Okay.
Very vital.
Okay.
And then they need to attract new talent, good talent. We talk about attracting new talent is largely Gen Y, millennials.
Yeah.
So they have different motivation factors.
True.
It's not necessarily the monetary.
True. I read somewhere that an employee who feels appreciated will go on and give all out their best without even being asked.
That's right.
Now, let's talk a little bit about K-Pintar and what you guys do. Now, you guys do training, and it's always of an internationally recognized level.
Yeah.
Why is it that you feel that our training programs need to be of that sort of quality, like internationally recognizable?
So, at K-Pintar, we focus into globally recognized industry certification. So we are in a global world. We are getting a lot of foreign multinational company investing in Malaysia. There are a lot of multinational companies setting up a regional office in Malaysia. In services sector, we are providing support in the global market, not only for Malaysian market. Right. So therefore, what we focus here at K-Pintar is we wanted to provide knowledge, skills, and qualification which are demand-driven and need-driven. End of the day, when we provide the qualification, when the participant acquire the qualification, they get some rewards, whereby it helps them for a better career advancement, help them to get a better job, as well as it gives them a career mobility. So they not necessarily need to work in the same industry.
Right. So it's focused on building the employees itself. Right. Okay. So what would you say is that one key success factor, for the Malaysian businesses competing in the global marketplace right now?
Interesting. There's many factors that contribute. One of it is being agile. So agility is very, very vital. And we can't be having a very rigid way of working or doing things. The organization, the processes need to be very agile.
You have to evolve, right?
Evolve, continuously evolve. Because the innovation cycle becoming a shorter.
Right.
And we wouldn't know where the new competitor is going to come from. And technological advancement is so fast.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
they need to come out with a strategic decision in a quick manner.
Right.
The short span, they need to make a strategic decision to grow their businesses.
As much as employees, need to build themselves, employers also need to know, have the know-how to look at technological advancements and also evolve with times in order for their company to grow in that sense. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Thiaga.
Thank you.
For being here with us, and we wish you all the success. And we would love to have you back sometime.
I've actually learned quite a lot today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. There you go, Daryl. I think I've learned a thing or two on how to improve myself.
Definitely. I'm in sales as well, and he pointed out some key skills that I might need to go and brush up on.
Right.
So that's amazing.
All right. We'll take a short break, Daryl, and also everyone out there. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be with another entrepreneur who's in the house to talk about her very own beauty products. Don't go anywhere.